I have a quick question for you. How many times have you finished a project on Upwork for a client abroad and then you have to wait for weeks, for like 10 days to get paid? Yeah, thank God for some of us that are top-rated and top-rated plus freelancers and the expert-vected freelancers. Like, you don't have to still wait for 5 good days, and after Upwork send the money, it doesn't drop in your account immediately. So you can relate with what I am saying, right? And even when the money finally arrives, Upwork take their cut. If you are using Payoneer take their cut. And by the time the money gets to your own bank account, a lot of it has gone out. So I have actually been there too as a freelancer. But what if I tell you that there are ways that some freelancers are getting paid instantly and keeping more of their hard-earned money? And the crazy part is that there are platforms specifically designed for crypto payment that most people are not even aware exist. I will review the most active ones in this video, but first, does Upwork accept crypto payments? The simple answer for this is no, for both sides. Upwork does not let freelancers receive payments in crypto, and clients can't pay freelancers with crypto. Even if you want to buy Connect as a freelancer, you cannot use Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other cryptocurrency directly. But there's a way to go around it. Everything has to go through traditional payment methods like using credit card, PayPal, Payoneer, and bank transfer. But here is what is really happening behind the scene that most people don't know about. Some smart freelancers and clients too have found ways to work around these limitations entirely. Some are making way more money because of this simple thing. This video is actually an answer to @VelaDrip's question here on my YouTube channel about crypto payment on freelance platforms. So big shout out to you, Vela, for asking this, because clearly a lot of people need to hear this. If you are a Nigerian freelancer trying to receive payment from international clients, PayPal does not like us. They don't let us receive payments. They only allow us send out our money. Payoneer works but takes forever and can suspend your account just for no reason, like they did to mine. Wise have been giving people issue with verification, and don't get me started on the fees that these platforms even charge. And recently, President Tinubu signed the Investment and Securities Act 2024 into law, officially recognizing cryptocurrency as securities, which means that crypto is now recognized in this country. This is huge for freelancers who were worried about the legal status of cryptocurrency. So I need to clear that air first. So now, why would anyone want to use crypto for freelance work? Think about it this way. A client in America wants to pay you $1,000 for a website you built through traditional methods. By the time that the money reaches your Nigerian bank account, you might get 1.4 million naira instead of 1.6 million naira, losing about 200,000 naira to conversion fee, transfer fee, and whatever fee they decide to add. But with crypto, you would get the exact $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in your wallet in minutes, and you can convert it to naira or any other currency you use as you choose. But wait, there is more to this story, specifically about Upwork. The fees aren't just about money, they are also about time. When you complete a project on Upwork, the client pays into Upwork's escrow system. Then Upwork takes their 50% cut and process the payment through their system. This can take 5 to 10 business days to reach your account, whether you are sending it to Gray, you are sending it to GitPay, you are sending it to Clever. It takes some days. Like it doesn't take 5 to 10 days to get into your Clever account or Gray or Payoneer or any other account. But the money would be owed in safety for 10 days if you are not a top rated. If you are top rated, for us it's 5 days. Do you get? So you still have to wait for your hard-earned money. So if cryptocurrency was allowed on Upwork, those same transactions would happen in few minutes. Maybe Upwork might consider this. However, I understand if they don't. Here is something interesting most Upwork freelancers don't realize, and I learned this the hard way. When you accept payment through Upwork's traditional system, which we have to do as Upwork users, you are still vulnerable to something called chargeback. I personally lost $800 to a chargeback scam last year, or was it early this year, on Upwork, where a client disputed or reversed, I don't even know how they did it, reversed a payment they made to me. I was just waiting for it to enter availability. It has moved from review, then it was charged back. I think the client paid through PayPal. Do you understand? Like, this can happen to freelancers. Long story short, guess who suffered from that transaction? Not Upwork, not the client, me. Upwork took the money back from my account. But with crypto, once the transaction is actually confirmed, it is done. There is nothing like chargeback scam or takebacks. The money is mine, the money is yours, and nobody can reverse it months later or weeks later. Now, let me tell you about the platforms that actually pay in crypto, that you can freelance on and get paid in cryptocurrency. The client can also pay in cryptocurrency. There is a platform called LaborX. LaborX is one of the most popular freelancing platforms, accepting payments in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins like USDC and USDT. You know, there's also another platform called CryptoGrind, and CryptoGrind is well known for Bitcoin payments specifically. There is also Ethlance. As the name sounds, it is built entirely on blockchain. So if you are finding this helpful so far, please smash or romance or touch the like buttons, because we are getting started, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. But here is the thing, I want you to really listen to this part. Some freelancers are using crypto not just for getting paid, but also for buying connect on platforms like Upwork. Yes. So let's break this down for each situation. If you are a freelancer wanting to buy Upwork connects, you would sell your cryptocurrency for Naira first, then you can now use your Naira on platforms like Cheaper Cash, on platforms like GigPay, on platforms like Gray, on platforms like Clever to buy dollars. Then you can now use the cards of maybe GigPay or any of those platforms to make the payment for your connect, or to pay freelancer if you want to. So if you are a client wanting to hire someone, same process but in reverse. You buy crypto with Naira, then you pay the freelancer on crypto-friendly platforms. Do you understand what I am saying? Then please, if you are not a Nigerian, so just whenever I say Naira, just use your currency or use dollar. Okay, but let me share something from my own experience. When I first started accepting crypto payments, I made a crazy mistake. I would convert everything to Naira immediately. Now, I keep some crypto and convert only what I need for immediate expenses. Then, you know, Naira also drops every now and then. If you actually hold cryptocurrency that you know would likely increase or hold its value, stable coins are actually best that you just hold their value. They don't increase drastically. So most times I transact with USDT as my savings. Even when I wanted to buy my car, a large chunk of my savings was in USDT on Binance back then. Here is a trick most people don't know. You can actually spend crypto directly without converting to Naira first. Crypto debit cards let you use your Bitcoin or Ethereum just like a regular debit card. Some crypto services let you get a credit card that you can use to make normal transactions. For example, there is crypto.com. Crypto.com does that, where you get a credit card that you can actually use to pay on platforms like Upwork. Imagine buying groceries with money you earned from a client in Canada without any bank in the middle, like taking their cuts. So let me tell you something about the different ways to convert crypto based on how much money you are dealing with. For Nigerians like us, you can use P2P platforms like Bybit to get the best rate when converting large amounts. Quidax is also good for instant conversions to Naira. For Americans, they have access to like Coinbase Pro for lower fees rather than Coinbase. And they also use Krakens. It works for larger amounts with better security. The Britons, people in the UK, actually prefer to use Revolut or Bitstamp, which has been around forever and has solid UK banking connections. Please, for any of these platforms, I am not endorsing them. I'm just naming them here for you to go and make your own findings about them. Here are specific reasons why someone would actually choose crypto over regular payment. First reason is you are dealing with international clients and want to avoid bank transfer delays. Second reason is you are in a country where maybe PayPal receiving is restricted, like Nigeria. The third reason is you want to avoid the 5 to 10% total fees that traditional payment processors and freelance platforms charge. Fourth, you are getting paid large amounts and want to avoid questions from your bank about the source of your funds. Now, let me address the elephant in the room: security. How do you make sure you don't get scammed? The first rule is that you should never share your private keys with anyone. Second, start small with clients, like break project into milestones. For example, if the project is a $2,000 project, you might want to break it into milestones such that when you do maybe like the first $250 you get paid, break it into 10 milestones of $200 so you get paid in milestones and not wait until you've worked for months before you are trying to get the full $2,000 and the client turns out to be a scam. So it's better losing $200 if it's a scam than losing $2,000. Okay, then third, always verify wallet address multiple times before sending crypto anywhere. So the reason why some clients may want to pay you in cryptocurrency and not in the fiat currency, or freelancer wanting to receive payment in cryptocurrency and not in fiat currency, sometimes it is for tax. It's not every client that wants to pay you with crypto that is fishy. But when you're working with a client outside of maybe like platforms like Upwork, Fiverr and the rest, you are working with the client directly, you need to try to ensure that the client pays you a percentage of your fee upfront, because the client is anonymous and is trying to pay you through an anonymous platform. So if they don't pay you any part of your fee upfront, you can finish the job and the client just goes with the job and you don't get paid. Okay, so here are some red flags to watch out for if a client offers to pay you more than your usual rate and insist on crypto only. Be careful. If they want to use a specific wallet you've never heard of, that is quite suspicious. If they ask you for any upfront payment or fees, just run away. Drop a comment below if this video helped you understand crypto payments better. If you have any experience of these platforms, share your story here as a comment so others can actually learn from you. And if you have any questions about crypto freelancing, ask and I would make sure to answer them in future videos or in the comment section. Your questions keep this community growing stronger. So I make videos in the direction of the questions that you guys ask. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.